What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Right. On here real close to 9. That's super cool. Chat's already been going. How's Lord Minion this evening? Minion is good. He's chilling, thinking about supper. That's what Minion does. Minion thinks about supper after he's done eating supper, too. That's just how he works. Noms. Yes, noms. Cheers from South Texas. Oh, it's so cool when a live first starts. The chat doesn't go too crazy. I like fishing. I don't really have time to fish. Someday that'll change. Probably when I get done.
You would be so bored, you guys.
I probably would be bored, honestly. I probably would be so bored fishing.
Unless we were somewhere where they were biting like regularly.
Or
Nate's not going to be a sit there with a hook in the water for 20 minutes and still want to sit there.
Like, if there's something else going on, like we're cruising down a river, new scenery is showing up, like there's totally, like, if there's something else going on that I'm enjoying, I could totally fish like all day. But like,
I've seen him look for morel mushrooms, guys. He's not going to keep the attention to fish.
No. No, looking for mushrooms is super boring.
We're going to try it, though.
We're going to try it. Jen says we're going to try it.
Well, at least you can see the mushrooms. You can't even see the fish.
Well, maybe that's why I haven't caught it. You should see fish once you hook them and bring them up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can see the mushroom to catch it. You can't see the fish to catch it. You got to hope that it finds you.
Yeah.
Maybe you like the challenge.
I don't know. We're going to find out sometime, though. Pest, have you found a morel? So it took me 4 years to find a morel.
We weren't looking when we finally found them.
Yeah, and I basically tripped over it. What was it, yesterday? I don't remember when it was.
The day before yesterday, yeah.
Day before yesterday.
We just went down to look at the water.
Yeah, we weren't going.
It's been storming so crazy.
We weren't going mushroom hunting at all whatsoever. I got this fancy glowy microphone, guys. It's just gonna have to be in the screen. You do not have the attention span to fish. That's what Jen thinks, and you guys may all be right. It's entirely possible. Where's Jen? Never mind, I see her. Yep. Tell my mom she's so beautiful. Her soul and eyes. I'll give you free Ritz points from Squishy.
My hair's a mess. I had it all braidy.
What did we do this weekend? We mostly chilled, at least yesterday, but today was exceedingly busy. Let me finish my thing.
I was looking, I'm like, wait a second, where have you been?
Well, yesterday we chilled. That's part of the weekend, but today we did not chill.
No.
Today we did
this
2 days.
This is literally like the
work.
first time we've sat down.
Basically.
This is probably the busiest we've been on the homestead since I've been out here, aside from putting together furniture.
Yeah, we were busy doing that stuff. Yep, we were boxing. So we totally released like special Minion plushies, the collector edition, 25 of them. There's like a photo of Minion holding it. There's his autographed claw print on the back of the photo, and they sold out in 4 hours. Like I only had 25 of them. I priced them really high, like $100 a piece high, and I figured as nobody buys them, I'm going to drop the price regularly until people buy them. And that did not happen. We sold out in 4 hours in the middle of the night. So that was wild.
But, was it 4 hours? I thought it was 2.
Yeah, it was.
4 hours is still pretty quick.
Well,
though.
More than half sold in the first 2 hours. It dwindled a little bit, but yeah, it's still.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jen got all that labels printed, stuff put in boxes, all that stuff.
My hummingbird feeder with the camera on it hung up.
Yep, I installed a pressure washer and used it and made a video, and I installed a chimney for the water thing.
I did water 2 loads of laundry. The hardest thing I probably did all day was put them stupid straps on the bed sheets.
Probably.
What, do you guys have any tricks to keeping the corners on your beds? The sheets? Oh my gosh. Even deep pockets don't work.
Yeah, well, I totally think it's the fact it's a memory foam mattress and it just squishes more. And
It could be.
I don't know. It's just a theory. I'm not a mattress or sheet expert by any means, but
Oh, you're a sheet expert. Don't lie to the people.
oh man, ever think of braiding your beard? Yeah, there should be a short out there with me having a braided beard.
Just last week there was one.
Yeah, I imagine that hit
You
YouTube
had
by
it,
now.
yeah, you had it double braided and
It was
fish
double
boned.
braided.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. Get the sheet straps. We did.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
took
did
Jen.
today. It took me 20 minutes or more to get them on.
My whole idea with them was to put them on the sheet and then put the sheet on the bed, but I don't know if it really works that way. I don't know. I feel like it should though, because they're stretchy.
But you got to be able to pull them tighter.
Oh, that could be.
Maybe
That could
now
be.
that would be okay. I don't know.
Like it'd be sort of cool if you could pull them off, put them in the wash, take it back, put it back on, and never have to take them off. But that's probably wishful thinking. It's a cool idea in my head that would work, but I don't know.
I'm just hoping that
I don't know if it
they actually
works.
hold the sheet and instead of, yeah, that they don't just like rip or pull and the sheet actually still pull. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Issued by king size fit sheets for the bottom sheet. Work with all beds except king size. Don't totally follow that, but yes, Minion help. Oops. Oh, I hate when I do stuff with the mouse. Stop. Beard looked great braided. Awesome. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know. It's so different from my normal look. I see it and I'm like, it's cool, but it just doesn't look like me. I guess I just have to have it braided more often before I was like, yeah. I'm sure Jen can help with that. I actually have ropes in my hair, some of it. I guess I still have ropes. I still have some. The wind was really windy
These are
today.
totally
And
still roped. This one came undone, but that's the one in the front and it's a lot thinner too.
yeah, there was a lot of wind on the roof today. Ever get time to ride the Hatfield McCoy trails? No, never have. There's so many trails and things around here. Like I didn't see any reason to pack up and drive 2 hours just to ride trails when like I enjoy riding trails, but like I have trails right here. Y'all have fabulous hair as a couple.
She says your videos are helping me get through my last 3 weeks of pregnancy. Keep it up.
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure on me. Hello from Minnesota. Can we see Minion? We probably can, at least at some point.
Come up here. I'll come see Jen.
Herman.
I has my Minion shirt on. You might as well come see us. Hi. Yeah.
Man.
There's Mint. There's Mint. Hi, Nate. Hi, Nate. Hi, Nate.
Yes, that is a glowing microphone.
Oh he does not. It's like he knows he's on screen and he does not like it.
Yeah, he's not into the lives like at all. He's just like.
Sometimes when I have my phone out, he's got a funny look on his face, and I'm like, I'm not recording you, dude. You don't have to do special things. You're okay. Funny. You're okay.
When is Minion's birthday? July 4th. As far as I can guess. How much to get a giant Minion plush? I might do some giant ones sometime. It would be kind of cool. Some life-size ones or something. They'd probably be expensive though. As update, I need to do some more videos with him. I do. And Darkwing's doing good. He's totally integrated with the flock. I don't know if he learned anything about the bell today or not.
I only rang it once.
He's gonna see the other ducks eating corn when the bell gets rang, and he's gonna start figuring it out just kind of automatically.
He's figured out that corn comes when he gets down to the coop. He's been beating them down to the coop the last couple nights.
Yep. First time getting to say hello. Always missing the live streams. Hey, welcome.
3 weeks for kittens.
Yep, 3 weeks. They're coming soon.
Like May 5th or 4th or something like that, I think the date is. Something like that.
Oh, any word if you're working on K-pods for your coffee? I'm not. I don't know if it'll ever be a thing that happens just because the freshness. I'm just crazy about the freshness of my coffee and pre-grinding them, putting them in those, and then shipping them out. If they don't sell, they sit for a while, then they're not fresh anymore. Sure, you've already said so. If you don't mind me asking, why no chickens? Well, I have ducks, and I don't see why I would have chickens and ducks. Like I get eggs. I like duck meat better than chickens. I like duck eggs better than chickens.
Likes ducks better than chickens.
And I like ducks, like the actual animal better than chickens. At least these ducks, they're quiet. I still get the nature sounds. They're really good at eating bugs. I don't have to feed them in the spring, summer, fall because they get all their own food. Heck, you manage all those acres of land. I don't really manage most of it. I let nature just have 98% of it. Ever have any copperheads at your place? I've had a couple. I had one get into 2 mousetraps one time. That was kind of cool. Rather use a percolator rather than a Keurig. Thank you for replying to my question. You guys are my favorite account on YouTube. You're welcome. I'm glad I as you guys have noticed, I constantly miss questions. It's just the way it goes. I just take a mental snapshot of the chat and then read one of the questions, and I don't catch all of them. You get another as, yes. Should be early next year. So about a year from now. As catch a frog. No, he doesn't really catch them. He just kind of like chases them and then sniffs them.
The only one I've seen him actually have in his mouth was that dead one. I've been playing with him outside with toys that he brings me, and the other day he had something in his mouth, and I was like, "What do you have?" And
That's
I was like, "I'm not playing with that."
Yes, the door is cracked open. Well, you're really observant. But yeah, it is, and it is intentional because it was like 80 degrees here today. So it's door. We don't have windows. We just have doors. So we open doors when we want fresh air. It's only open just a little bit. They saw it though.
We don't have to find Dagger. Dagger was never missing. He's right here.
Darkwing Dark Roast. That would be cool. That would be a good name. Happy I made it to your live. You're both awesome. Thank you for the great content. You're welcome. What's the diet difference? Duck versus chicken. Ducks are more into. They need more protein. And their diet consists of more bugs and less plants as compared to chickens. I mean, there's still a ratio with both of them.
Getting lots of worms lately.
Lots of worms, but they're better at eliminating bugs like ticks, I think, than chickens. I don't totally know, but I see a lot less bugs around here having them, and they don't dig up stuff. So my yard isn't full of like scratch holes because they just eat the bugs that are annoying and fly around. They don't really dig for bugs. Now, when Jen moves the safe that's outside in the lawn randomly and a bunch of worms are there, they'll eat those.
I pull up about a dozen worms every day when I move that thing. As long as it's staying moist.
Moist there, they'll stay at the top.
It, yeah.
Live in the Appalachian Mountains in PA, just north of you guys. Howdy, neighbor. What's up? New beard care should be big as smell for big dogs. That's funny. Your previous video, didn't you show 2 orange cats? Yeah, they're not here. They're not weaned off their mother yet.
They're starting to.
They're starting to. Those were videos taken by the person that has the mother and the kittens, and you have to wait a bit for them to be ready to be on their own. They're not quite there yet.
Sisters.
Should you come up with coffee formula? I'm not totally sure what you mean. Happened to Hank the mower. Wintertime happened and he stopped mowing. He's going to get out this week, I'm quite sure. Possibly as early as tomorrow. Just depends if I get the time to.
I think my coffee formula I think part of it's not knowing how coffee is made.
That could be.
But I think what they mean is how are you developing the different flavors? And some of that is in how it's roasted, how long it's roasted, and what beans you use.
Yep, the origin of the beans, where they're grown, plays a huge role in their flavor. Hank tomorrow, possibly Hank tomorrow, and I'm definitely putting Hank on YouTube. I mean, Hank has been streaming live on TikTok all last year. This year, I'm at least sometimes putting him on the YouTube live stream, at least at first, so just see how it does. We'll see how it goes. The hat is sick as hell. Thanks. Those are sold out too. I used to sell them, but I'm
All the cool
working on
stuff.
getting some more. But that they don't have this cool barbed wire thing. Only mine does, and the rings. Because I don't know, I just had to customize it. You think Dagger will take to the new cats well? I think he'll do all right with them. It's going to take a couple weeks, but I'm almost certain he's going to not be thrilled with them, and then as time goes on, all of a sudden he'll be cool. Crown of Thorns, yeah, I guess so. Thankfully, I've got some leather in between that and my head. Has the neighbor drama calmed down any? It certainly has. It's pretty much completely went away. Just how I figured it would be. Stored Minion out. He's wandering around. Dude who molds a coffin shape and skull into the tops of cowboy-style hats. You should look into it. That's kind of cool. Where do I see my homestead in 10 years? I see being done with like these major like infrastructure projects, and I'll get into other projects tinkering around with stuff. Should have a house by then. Maybe a barn. I'll have a garage.
Are you jealous?
At some point, I'm just gonna like quit like with all the infrastructure. I'm not trying to build like a giant farm. Where did I get the barbed wire? So it's totally a necklace. Some cheap necklace from Amazon, and I used clear caulk, and glued it to the hat. And that's probably not the way to do it. It's starting to. A couple of the links broke free. They're still staying there, but probably sewing it on would have been better. But I had an open tube of caulk, and I was like, I'll try this. It's been on there for a while. Opinion on V6 trucks. I have a V6 truck. I have a couple trucks, but I have a 2002 Chevy Silverado with the 4.3 in it. Farm truck. Has 4-wheel drive. Feels underpowered, but whatever, it works. What elevation are we at? Somewhere around 1100. Husband says his truck is faster than yours. Well, it might be. It might be.
Kitten names. Don't want to know what the kitten names are.
Katana and Cloak.
So we have Cloak and Dagger with Katana.
Mm-hmm. Cannot wait for Jen to meet the little girls. They're so cute.
I'm excited.
Cool.
I'm excited. I saw your messages. I just haven't opened them yet today.
Rephrase my question. What led you to go from contracting to selling coffee? Well, there's an extra step in there. I went from contracting to homesteading, and then I knew somehow I needed to make money, and I've been really passionate about coffee and roasting my own beans for a couple years before I started homesteading, and that's something a business I can essentially run from here without having to leave. So
there wasn't any crying in the background. Charlotte has a squeaky ball. I was just going to grab it from her, but she stopped.
Respect your hard work. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Love to see you two happy. Oh, thanks. You guys like Texas toast? Texas toast is good. Any thunderstorms yet? Not today. It's supposed to get some tonight. Who knows if we will or not. Please give Minion a head pet for me. I love to watch him go places, do things. Absolutely.
I'll pat your head. He has a bone. That's why he doesn't want to be down here. You're not.
Oh, that explains.
Pats. He's totally into that bone too. Look, he's like tearing it up.
Oh.
I didn't know they could even do that.
Yeah, he can. That's why I usually watch him with it. He should maybe have it taken away as it gets small like that.
Oh, he's into the marrow. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I have not had it. I don't think even any of my big dogs have done that. Wow, Mins.
Yeah,
You're
Minion.
impressive.
Minion takes care of business when it comes to the bones.
Oh yeah, it's definitely bone marrow. It stinks.
Would you rather have a tractor or a side-by-side?
No, you can't take it from Minion.
That's a tough question. Both of those are way down on my priority list. Tractors only go so many places, and side-by-sides kind of go more places, but I just prefer like a regular ATV. I don't know. Someday when I'm older and I don't
I
know.
didn't feel as secure in that side by side we rode in as I do on the
No.
ATV.
An ATV, like you can shift your weight, like all that stuff you can do, and in a side by side.
Weird. I was like, if we go over, we're going. Like I just was like,
there's nothing
I'm
you can
buckled in
do.
and I can't go out the window, so whatever.
Yep. No, I don't really care for side by sides when you get onto some trails. Like
now, it was cool when R&P had theirs out here, and like when we took it into town, that was cool that we could take it on the road and not have to drive the car. That was neat.
For sure, and they can haul more stuff,
Or
and you
just
can
back and forth
pull
up
a
the
little
driveway
more
to
with
the
them.
mailbox. Yeah, that's
If it's
cool.
raining, it's way nicer. Like I get that totally. But yeah, as far as just taking it in the middle of the woods, you can, but I like to be able to stand up and see what's over the next little hump or all that stuff.
Them all. Right time to shut that door. The bugs are gonna come in with all the lights on.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 of them on the cabinet over there.
Oh. Need a vacuum.
Oh,
there are all different kinds too. Oh, spook flies. This is a spook fly.
Awesome.
Come here.
I'll have to.
Yeah, they're all gathering right there.
You ever made dog treats before? So it's entirely possible we're gonna do that. We're considering that.
We aren't physically making.
We aren't physically gonna make them. Many might end up with a dog treat line though.
Have you ever made homemade dog treats?
Me, no.
I used to make homemade dog treats and homemade fish pellets.
I consider making homemade dog treats like cutting off a piece of chicken or burger, and here you go, Minion. Here's your dog treat.
Flour and peanut butter and pumpkin and egg and baking them, making little dog treats.
Here, ATVs are more likely to flip on corners. They might be. I don't know.
We don't drive crazy on them though.
Don't drive crazy when you're on them.
I haven't seen you drive crazy on that thing once.
I've gone 55 miles an hour.
I've seen you drive fast. I've not seen you drive crazy.
On the road I live on. I've hit 55 on that road.
On Mulberry? Or somewhere out there?
Nope. It was a little scary. Use this 5 to spawn. Spawning is the bean plant. Oh my gosh. I don't know what we're talking about. Jen might know what that means.
What?
Boingus the bean plant. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either.
I know why you thought that maybe I would know and you wouldn't, but
right.
No, I don't. I've never heard that before. I'm also not hip on terms.
Right. What about dirt bikes? Dirt bikes are cool. I've never actually ridden a dirt bike. I've ridden motorcycles. I have like an electric bike. I'd love to have a dirt bike sometime.
A dirt bike would be fun on that back road to the other 2 fields.
Mm-hmm.
I know, man. I know.
Short for dirt bikes. And Jen, how bad are the mosquitoes in your area? They're really not bad for what you guys might think. Living in the middle of the woods with ponds and stuff. Not bad at all. You guys are the best. Appreciate everything you do. Thanks, Nicole. Slinging Spooter. Like your hat. Thanks. How much do you think you have put towards homesteading? You mean finance-wise, or I pretty much dedicated my entire life to homesteading, so I've put a lot towards it. If you ever drive a hearse, look like you would. Maybe if they were 4-wheel drive and were like fun. I don't know.
I would totally deck out a hearse.
I'm making a line of accessories for the Minion plushie, such as leather jacket, or mower can ride on, or umbrella, or basket with an egg. Yeah, we've had these ideas about the plushie since months before we released it. So it's quite likely there will be plushie accessories that come.
I love that name. Monkey wrenching and Pepsi drinking.
Mm-hmm. Are species of duck capable of flight? So how do you keep them from flying away? They are capable of flight, and they don't fly away because this is home. Like this is where they want to be. If they didn't want to be here, they could at any time they can just fly away. Guess that bean plant thing was saying use the donation to buy a plant and name it that name. It could be. That could be. What do you do if you have a Great Dane or Mastiff as a guardian livestock dog? So they don't. I mean, if I had to use one as my only option, I would, but they're not. They don't have the genetics for it, so it would be probably 10 times the work to get them even close to where as is. Like it would just take a ton of work because they're not. Their genetics aren't as compatible with the job as a dog that's specifically bred to be a livestock guardian dog. Crops do you grow? Do you can anything? Not really yet. Jen's gonna grow some stuff here. I often like just forage stuff, and if I have an abundance, like chicken of the woods, then I freeze it. Do you have any websites or sources and specific you use while looking for properties? So the sources I used for looking for properties was all of them. All of them I could find. I ended up finding something on a land listing page, and it went to a realtor's website, and I contacted the realtor and came out and looked at the property.
Would you wear beard charms if I had beard charms for you?
Probably not.
He lets me put braids and little ropes and
Braids,
stuff in them.
glitter.
We've been watching the 100, and I got all excited about the warrior braids and the warrior princess hairdos, and I started screwing around with them a little bit. But yeah,
He's got little braids.
He's got little ropes. He just wanted the French done.
Yep. Well, no, I could do all of them and see what happens.
But he likes that.
Then I would never have to brush
if
my
I do
hair
them small
again.
enough, you'll have to be careful. They might become dreads. It looks badass with braids, right?
I just got tired and like maybe they're not big enough today because I still had like I was up on the roof and it was just like because it's so windy.
Well,
today.
depending on
And I
how
was
the
like,
wind
"Hey."
is, your hair is long. I mean, the other option is cut it.
No, I don't like that option.
You're gonna.
It was just super windy.
You'll just have the little wisps too. It won't be all of your hair in one.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like I told you, I can pull them different directions so that they're not in your face. But you kind of like.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just that.
So.
Like it was literally the hair from the back just coming.
Oh yeah.
Very windy up there.
Yeah, that takes a ponytail.
Yep. You plan on releasing collector edition plushies for future plushie releases? Yes, absolutely. There will be more collector's edition plushies. There will be more plushies with a variation because the first ones I released are their own unique ones. But there will be more. There will be more. If you missed out on plushies or collector's plushies, there will be more. So just be patient. With your water tank set up, are you worried about any of your PVC cracking being out in sunlight 24/7? Not really. It's shaded by the building or the trees that are on the side of it most of the time. Now in the wintertime, the trees don't shade anything because the leaves aren't on them. But at some point, it's probably going to have to be replaced because of that. But we're 4 years, well, 3.5 years and counting with them, and they're doing good. What's going on, Mince? Mince, talk into the microphone. Say stuff to the people.
You speak? Speak.
Talk to the people.
Speak.
People
Speak.
want to hear from Lord Minion.
Speak.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
me some more. What else? What else?
Tell them the stuff.
Tell me more stories. Hey,
Tell them the stuff.
tell them stories. Can you tell stories? Tell them about the birds. Where's the birds?
Are there birds?
Where's the bird?
He looks up at the ceiling.
Where's the bird?
Where's the bird? Is there a bird in here?
Oh, get the birds. You better get them.
He's looking for birds. There's no birds in here. There's not supposed to be birds in here. If you see
He's
anything,
looking
it's
up, though.
moths.
He's like, what?
Birds?
Who's birds? He's like, you're a fool. Look at him look up. He's walking in a circle looking up.
Yeah.
Tell him he's a fool. No?
Vince! Vince, come
That's not a
here.
bird, that's a bat.
Come here. If you didn't see a bird, you don't bark about it. No.
Let me outside. Let me outside to look for birds. Charlo, you're not helping.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, come back up. Tell me about the birds. Tell me more.
Yep.
Oh. You speak. Speak. Shush, Charlo, tell her shush.
Scale of 1 to 10, how likely is Az wearing a mounted camera? Very unlikely because he walks out of Wi-Fi range all the time. And then there'd be no, I mean, I could do like an actual camera and make a video, I guess, instead of like broadcasting on live, but skipping speech to little guy.
I'm talking to him about food and he's licking his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, noms. Noms. Are you hungry? I need noms. Let me go.
Next project on the homestead. I'm still doing a bunch of little stuff, but there's going to be a garage built. I've got a carport to move, a camper to move. The insides of both of them still have a bunch of stuff in them. Kind of wish there was just a dumpster here. I would like just empty them out. Not totally yet, but take a few things and then just empty them out.
Is Minion real? No, he's a hologram.
It's a hologram.
Mhm.
He's a doll.
Are you a hologram?
He's a Plushy.
Are you a hologram? He's look at him. Give me my doll. Give me that.
This is
Give
one
me
of
that.
Minion's. Minion has personally been allowed to have 5. I'm not selling them or doing anything with them. These are Minions. He gets to have them.
Minions.
It's actually got 6 because the original prototype, which has never been seen on social media before right now, is this one. There's no tag on it. These have tags.
This one, does this one have the regular nose?
No,
Oh,
the
it
same
doesn't.
nose.
Okay. First one they sent, we tried a fabric nose or
Yeah.
leather or something. I didn't care for that as much.
Well, we just declined that one from the picture. But which one is it? This one. He had 3 rings on his hat because his hat has 3 rings in it. But then the rings were like gold and they didn't really look like rings, and so we scrapped the rings idea. But this is, I might sell this one as an ultimate collector's edition, the very first Minion plushie ever made.
This might answer your question.
You don't want the very
And the
first
next
Alexa,
question
be
is-
quiet.
Plushie ever made?
I don't know. I'll probably put it on the website for some absurdly high price and hope nobody buys it. It's got the rings though. It does. His hat does have rings. This just didn't. I was just being picky. This just didn't look like rings. It looks like somebody stitched 3 lines on the hat. So I was just being picky about it.
The long thing on Az's collar is an antenna. He's GPS
Yes.
tracking in case he chases off after a coyote or something. Nate needs to know which direction he went.
And then the remote has an antenna too. It's got a screen on it so I can see where he's at, see what's going on. Shout out in remembrance of Crazy Neighbor. Actually in Hanover, PA right now. I was born and raised here, not sure. Remember Loon's Family Fun Center. Oh, if I remember. Yeah, totally. Your parents were the owners? Well, that's cool. Small world. That's really cool. Yo, I don't think I went there very often, but I drove past it like all the time. Might have only been there once.
Shout out in remembrance of the crazy neighbor.
What happened to Saber? Nobody knows. Ever thought of breeding Minion? I have, but I don't think that's going to happen because he's got. I mean, he's a mutt and has various genetic issues, like the autoimmune skin issue for like the past 6 years, and he's fine. But like, I'm not gonna like
TRX plushies.
pass that on. TRX plushies. I wish I could find like a really cool TRX model, like just a small model, like die-cast model or something. I can't find one that looks like mine now. On white with the black. And I didn't look that much, but I looked and I couldn't find one. I was like, well, I guess I don't get to own a little. I had one of a Ford Mustang because I had a Mustang for a while, but I don't know what happened to it. I like to do that when I get a vehicle that I really like, to see if they made a die-cast model of it, and because I don't hold on to my vehicles very long most of the time. $1 million did you sell? I guess technically 925. There are more. I'm just holding them until like everybody
Make
gets
sure we have no
through.
shipping issues. Or
Yeah, like can't like I go and sell a limited edition one. Somebody doesn't get it, and I say, oh, I can't give you any more because I sold every one, and sorry, here's your refund. Like that would just be sad. They'd be like, but wait, I ordered one, and you were supposed to give me one. So to avoid that problem, I'm holding some in reserve, and I will eventually release that reserve too, and just say, if they are lost or destroyed during shipping, we have no stock to replace them with. Please ping back Rocky the Robot Vacuum. We'll have to do that. I was gonna put googly eyes on him, and like he hangs out in here. He vacuums.
I don't want him Googling at me.
Oh. Put a little towel over his eyes so he can't see. Dagger's in here hunting moths or
Good. Let him
flies.
get them. Oh, don't eat the spook fly. He did. He got the spook fly. He got the fly.
He missed it.
Of all the ones.
Goofball. Well, Spook's not eating the fly I put in
Yeah,
for her the
she's
other
got one
day
flying
either.
around already. She
Digger.
might be old aged.
Digger.
He says, I got a fly.
What are we gonna feed our spider now that you're eating the fly that was in the house?
But it's gone. Look at him, lick his lips. He's like, ooh, that was yummy. Where's another one?
Between Minion and Dagger, both of them eat flies, and it's like, look, I got a spider to feed. Stop eating all
That
the
was
flies.
one of my favorite things about Saber and Dagger when they were kittens, was sitting in the outdoor kitchen watching them hunt moths. They were so funny. They would do backflips trying to catch moths.
They would. It was hysterical.
They were so funny. We'll have little ones to watch that again this summer.
Yo, Minion never sat on as he's walking around. No, but I might try to train him to do something cool like that at some point.
You open the door and a couple mother will fly in. That's true. Except for the moths are coming in and not the flies. It's the flies I want. And then being out here, you have to really watch for the stink bugs. We've done really good at making sure the stink bugs don't make home in here.
Well, it's only because when the stink bugs are making home is in the fall, and this place literally didn't exist.
Well, there's been a few in here, and I've gotten them out of here so that they don't make up residence for the fall.
They're trying to leave, and then they're going to come back. They're going to go out, multiply by like 100 or 1,000, and come back with all their buddies come fall. And that's going to be bogus. You can do pheromone traps for them. You have to do it in the spring. It's
Just
the
let
only
me be
time
happy
it works.
with the thought that there's no stink bugs in here, and I get them out one at a time, and they're just not.
Any stink bugs that are in here do want to go out, so you should be able to do a pretty decent job. They're all over in that storage side trying to figure out.
There's something flying up there, or crawling up there too. Some things.
Probably little moths. When am I getting kittens? 3 weeks from now. I guess you keep a firearm on your nightstand. Can you say what type it is?
It doesn't fit on the nightstand.
Well, I don't have a nightstand. But basically, there's a variety of devices that are not too far from me typically. Depends what's happening as to which thing I would like to grab. Does Has outweigh you now? Yes, he does. Have you ever eaten at Culver's? Yes, and it was my favorite fast food place that was like a chain that I can think of. It was really good.
That's because they got cheese curds.
Yeah. And then I started wondering why these fast food places have French fries when they could be having cheese curds. What's the matter with them?
You could be a curd nerd.
I don't know about all that. I just want to eat cheese curds.
Makes you a curd nerd.
I don't need a fancy nickname to go with it.
You can get a t-shirt that says curd nerd. You can even get little plushy curd nerds.
No. No, I'm not doing any of that. Absolutely not.
See how much fun he is?
Yeah, I'm hysterical.
Not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Not doing it. Nope. Planning any mods for the T-Rex or any new cars? Not planning any new vehicles at the moment. I did get exhaust and intake on the T-Rex. I might do like a bumper or something at some point. I don't know.
Mother of Cats wants to know what are cheese curds. Oh
What?
my goodness. So Wisconsin is all about their cheese. Cheese curds are chunks of cheese that are either breaded or battered and deep fried. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna play.
She was like,
Yeah.
Charlo and Dagger have gotten much closer in the last couple weeks. Like Dagger's been giving her all kinds of baths and stuff, and now she's wanting to play.
It took him a while.
Well, before when he would bat at her, she was like not sure. She was taking everything as a warning.
Yeah, he warmed up to her pretty quick, and now she's finally warmed up to him, and now it's like working. Mr. H sent us super chat.
Check that out.
Thank you very much. That was really kind of you. That's awesome. Wow. Appreciate it.
Very cool. You get lots of boingo bean. What was it? Boingo bean plants? What'd they call them?
I don't know.
Me either. Cold spotted cow. Oh yes, and cheese curds. Fresh cheese curds. I'm with you, Donald. I'm with you.
That's good stuff.
Yep, I could do that.
Have you thought about getting any guinea fowl? Yes. And then I quickly put my mind to more productive and happy thoughts. They were so loud, I would rather be crawling with ticks than have loud guinea fowl to get rid of the ticks. I'd take the ticks. They're less annoying. Just came across this channel on YouTube Shorts. What do you do here? Mostly make shorts of daily life, living off the grid in the woods with animals, and particularly Lord Minion. Minion's a little dog, does all kinds of cool stuff. Check out a couple more shorts.
He's usually the reason people stay.
Yep.
Huh. He says, you told me noms and you did not get some. You didn't give me some noms, John.
You get some.
Want me to feed you?
Your channel. What's a super chat? It's basically a way to pay to type in a message. So, like, if you see a message that's highlighted in the chat, that's it. But yeah, it's just a way to support your favorite creators. It's not necessary, but anytime I get one, I do try to make sure to read the message and all that, just like that. Donald sent one. Thanks, Donald. You can just send a little emoji like that, or you can send text. I do try to read all the regular chats too. I just can't read them all because there's many. Just watch your short if you're trapping Minion 3 times in one day. It made me laugh so hard. That was hysterical. Yeah. What was most impressive to me was the fact that the first 2 times he ate the bait, and the last time he didn't eat it. He's like, oh, I'm going to be in trouble if I eat this. Because he got in trouble when he went in there. He got scolded. I let him out. There was this whole thing telling him to leave it. And like, he was mostly afraid that he was getting in trouble because he was eating the bait, and that wasn't the problem. It was him going into the trap that was the problem. But he didn't eat it. And I really couldn't scold him that time because it was just funny.
Thank you, man.
It was too funny. Cooking Minion gets the kids good every time. I need to do another Cooking Minion video. It must happen. It must happen. Because that was a really popular video here. It wasn't so popular on the other platforms, but here on YouTube, for whatever reasons, you guys love that. I appreciate the fact that your products are made in the USA. Well, thanks. Yeah, the beard care line and the coffees, like, yep. I mean, the coffee beans don't come from within the USA, except for if I have any Hawaiian beans in any of the blends. That's technically from the USA, but yeah, I do try to. I just have better control over the quality of the products that way. Where's man? He's here, thinking about getting some dinner.
Getting food, so they're all.
It's a month we need to do a cooking with Minion video. Yeah, I might need to. And then new here. Got some twists in your hair. Time for some beads. Oh, I don't know about the whole beads thing, but yeah, I do have some twists in the hair. I need a different webcam. I feel like this webcam's super grainy. It's just the built-in one on my laptop, but I like that it's built-in on my laptop and I don't have some goofy webcam one. My thoughts on mushroom coffee. I don't believe I've ever tried it. Quite sure I haven't. Lad's get much bigger. He won't get a whole lot bigger, I don't think, but I mean, he's only 10 months old, so. Favorite adult beverage. I like variety a lot, but I do like margaritas. They're good. I like the sour. I like sour candy, sour drinks. Just got my Minion toy, love it. That's awesome. I can't believe how rapidly they sold out. That's just crazy. Opinion on squatted trucks. I don't like them. Well, I don't really have much of a opinion on them. And if that's what people like, they can have them. For me, like, they don't have the ground clearance to drive anywhere I need to go. So it would be a vehicle that couldn't go places. So to me, I would feel like I would, yeah, no. Same reason I don't own cars. Too low. Can't go anywhere. Thought my two German Shepherds were huge until I seen how much in some ways puts a whole different perspective. Yeah, he is just huge. Like, people tell me they got big dogs that weigh like 80 pounds, 100 pounds, and they're big dogs, to be fair, but like, yeah, compared to like 160 plus pounds, like, just, yeah, he is massive. Being close to 200 pounds by the time he's done growing, he quite likely will be. Yep. What was day one of filming on the homestead? The first day I filmed anything really was, well, I did a video that was day one of filming. I don't know what I was filming or saying at the time. Something real boring. I didn't know how to do videos back then at all. Didn't know you did live streams. Your content is really cool. Thanks for sharing with us. You're welcome. Every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Love to see a dog that weighs similar to me at 280 pounds. That would be a really big dog. You have a lot of unexpected visitors trying to drop in on you. No, I'm way out here. That doesn't really happen.
We did find some morels on accident, but we found them.
We did. Human Minion's origin story is awesome. Thanks.
I can't imagine a St. Bernard in my house at all.
Right.
Holy cow.
Also want to say thank you for your story. Well, you're welcome. What was the date of day one filming on the homestead? Did I not read that right originally? It was March 1st of 2020. I'm starting to get my years mixed up. Someday I'll say back in the 20s, I started my homestead. Basically waiting until January 1st of 2030 to be like, I'm going to act like an old man. This is how far out I plan my videos. I'm going to be like, act like an old man, like back in the 20s when I started my homestead, I'll say. I don't know where I'll go from there, but I'm sure I'll get it figured out in the next 6
Way
years
back in
or
the
so.
20s. Way back in the 20s.
Way back in the 20s.
Yeah. Squishy says I want a Saint Bernard so bad. Honey, I've seen your dogs are couch dogs. You can't have a Saint Bernard on your couch. Or you need a bigger couch.
Right? Should get into archery. I'm sure as soon as I find time for extra hobbies, I'll pick something up, but we'll see.
How do
It'll
we
be
get
fun.
our mail? The post office brings it. There's a mail delivery.
Mm-hmm. We usually drive to the mailbox, though.
Well, yeah, we have to drive to the mailbox, but it does get delivered to the box.
Yep. You garden or farm at all? Not really much. Like, there's people in cities that garden more than I do. But I like to forage stuff. Like, what's the point of having all this land if I don't eat the food that already grows? But Jen will do some more gardening. She's more into the plants and stuff, so she'll do some stuff.
St. Bernards are couch dogs. Oh my goodness. They're humongous.
Lies, we have 3 Saint on our couch right now. It's not really our couch anymore, though. Right? Yeah, no doubt. Fit 3 big dogs on it. Bees, honey. Bees, honey, unlikely. Maybe someday, but. Dream car, vehicle, I already bought it.
3 St. Bernards on your couch. Yeah, it wouldn't be your couch anymore, would it?
I have a Ram T-Rex.
Videos of my recipes. I'm gonna try to do something. I don't really so I was telling Nate that too, like I don't really use recipes. I kind of use a base idea of something and then I change it up. So in order for me to give you a recipe for something, I would actually have to
Change the
measure
whole way you cook.
and make sure that I can tell you, okay, it's a teaspoon or it's a half teaspoon.
Right.
Kind of like that. Like I take a can of SpaghettiOs and I make them taste like pizza, and Nate likes that. But each time they're a little bit different because I might not get the right amounts, the same amounts of the seasonings in that I totally use. So it might make it change a little different. So he and I are going to work on getting a recipe that is squared away so I can actually tell you guys, okay, add this much of these things.
Have you tried to spread fungus spores for a larger mushroom harvest? I mean, kind of like carrying them around in like a holy bag, a bag with holes in it for the spores to fall out is kind of a standard.
Yeah.
Katana is watching the live and says hi. Well, that's cool.
Hi, Katana.
Think someone stole Mitten, Saber. No, I don't think so. Bro, this chat is 100% bots. No, it's just you. Just you. You can only speak for you. You can't speak for everybody else.
Well, I know for 100% fact that it's not 100% bots because I know personally have talked to and seen the face of at least 2 people that are in here.
You.
So it's not 100%. And Josh isn't a bot either.
All right. Oh, a bunch of people aren't bots. How cool.
That's right.
When can you bring the new kittens home? About 3 weeks. Big fan. Well, thanks for being here. Hey, Nate. I'm from York, PA, too.
Where can I sign up?
Love your channel. Awesome. West Virginia. Love from Parkersburg. Not a bot. Beep, boop.
Will is watching the
Clever.
live.
Very cool. Very cool. Our PA, is that by Star Lake? There's a Cadorus lake not far from there. I'm not even sure where Star Lake is. Have a small duck farm as well, and I love the content. Awesome. Maybe what would you look like with a haircut and a beard trim? I don't
You
know.
look like Nate with a haircut and a beard trim.
Jen probably wouldn't recognize me if I cut my hair and beard and like just started walking like in a crowd of people. Jen probably wouldn't notice me.
Whatever. Dork.
I wouldn't recognize me, so maybe she would, but I wouldn't. First live love from Nevada. It's the next structure you'll build a garage. A garage is in the plans. No, keep your style. I will. Although I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep little rope things or not. They're kind of cool.
What do you guys?
Yeah.
More cooking vid. Nate's like 90% beard. He is. You're
Pretty
right.
much. I am.
He's 90% beard.
I mean, I do have a chin somewhere, allegedly. Allegedly.
You don't. I tried to grab your chin spot the other day. Remember? I'm like, where the hell is that?
Right.
Like, there's that spot under somebody's chin that you can like put a pressure and like direct them. I couldn't find his chin.
Right.
It's like, what the heck?
Power outage could happen. You all wouldn't be affected. Yeah, that's
It has happened.
that has happened. Actually, just in the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think twice in the last couple of weeks, actually. Deviled duck eggs look great. They were great. 8 stream lag. Could be. I don't know what I can do about it. Unfortunately.
Charlo, get out of the cat food.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Jamie.
Minion
It's
has
like,
his
I got busted.
koi duck. How's a duck egg compared to regular eggs? I think it's creamier, richer. That's pretty much how I would describe it. Audio cutting in and out. That's bogus. Not the source of the lag, Nate. I've had strong and clear video the whole time. Well, good.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember. I made that ZD so long ago. I don't even remember what else I put in it. I think there's cream cheese. I think it's marinara sauce and cream cheese. Cooked down and melted together with some yummy spices. And then it's like literally just a ziti. I don't think I had any meat or anything in it. And we don't eat pork, so there's no sausage in it. But you could totally make it with sausage if you wanted.
Mans, you're off to bed. Off. Off.
Melt some cream cheese into your spaghetti sauce. It makes all the difference in the world. Super
Sounds
yummy.
like it'd be good. Off. Don't
Well,
just stare at me
You had my
defiantly.
ziti.
That was good.
Sounds like it'd be good.
Minion. Off.
This dude's a South Park
So
character.
wound up.
We haven't seen the royalties. I've seen his tax return from last year, and there's no royalties from South Park, so you are wrong.
Right.
Pretty sure that's the same person that said there's nothing but bots in here, but I could be wrong about that.
Well, if anybody knows the South Park creators, have them send me an email. Maybe they can make a character out of me.
Oh
That'd
my
be
gosh,
fun.
they could do a funny character.
They could.
That would be.
They could.
I could just see a South Park. I could see the South Park kids visit the Homestead kind of show. That would be so funny. All the stuff they would do to you.
Yeah, it would be a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
They could make me a character.
You cannot kill Kenny on the Homestead.
They could make me a character. I'd run around saying that's good all the time, and then every other character in the show would get like mad at me. Like, stop saying that. It's annoying.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. And then when
Like,
Kenny would
make it
come around
funny.
this corner and say, "That's good," and somebody would do something to him, and they say, "What happened to Kenny?"
It'd probably like
Who killed Kenny?
he'd probably get mauled by a bunch of ducklings. Just like that would be how he would end.
That could be.
Could see that happening.
It is a banquet, George. It is a banquet.
Kenny would avoid the big livestock guardian dog and the sheer cliffs and everything and get eaten by ducklings.
Right?
Be perfect. Let me write the next South Park episode. I'll do it.
I could totally do some kind of a series on fast food, making fast food meals at home. Because I made you the Big Macs, and then
Crunch wraps.
I made the Crunch Wraps, and then I made a burger the other night that was similar to a Whopper.
Yep. Does Minion have an attitude often? I don't know about often, but he's got tremendous personality, so probably.
So coming from somebody who's new to this type of lifestyle, duck eggs they don't taste different than a chicken egg. I mean, an egg is an egg to me.
Yep.
So what I noticed, like when I made the deviled eggs,
The yolks
the
are way
yolk
bigger.
is so much creamier. Yeah, but that doesn't matter because the egg is bigger. So it's
True.
you're still filling the hole. So that doesn't matter. But mixing it, like typically I would use a little bit of mayonnaise at a time just because I don't want it to get too thin. With this, I'm like, oh my God, why am I still adding mayonnaise? Like it just was so thick and creamy.
Yeah, mayonnaise didn't seem to change the consistency in the direction you
No,
were
it
looking
just
for.
was like, yeah, there was just so
Yep.
creamy. But as far as taste and stuff, it's an egg. It's an egg taste, just like your chicken egg.
No bacon on your burgers. That's a shame. Beef bacon is totally a thing and is amazing.
And I put beef bacon on one of your burgers not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I made you a chicken bacon Swiss.
So I always tell people,
sandwich.
like, I never liked pork chops, but imagine a pork chop as being super delicious, or you could have steak. Most people gravitate towards steak as being the higher quality food. So when it comes to bacon, you can have pork bacon or beef bacon. I feel like it's the same step up in flavor and luxuriousness. And we're not talking about turkey bacon. Like, I can like turkey bacon as long as I don't think of it as bacon. Like,
one thing I like about beef bacon over pork bacon is the cooking process. So pork bacon, you can overcook it so fast and it can get like, some people like their bacon really crispy. If you like your bacon softer, cooked but softer, the beef bacon does not get that super hard crispy.
it can, though.
Well, if you overcook it, it would.
If you do it in the oven.
But
I had super crunchy beef bacon out of an oven one time.
my
Several
whole
times.
reason for putting bacon in the oven is to keep it from getting crunchy. It's the whole reason I bake my bacon.
Yeah. I just did it one time because I wanted lots of bacon. Standing there in the skillet seemed dumb. And
You
back
must
in
have cooked it for a long time then.
I cooked it at 400 for like 15 minutes.
Okay, that's
probably a long time.
Yeah, 400 is pretty high too.
It's because I knew the whole scientific side. You have to do it at 400 because of the way the beef fat is, and like pork fat like crisps.
So why doesn't that
faster.
change with the temperature of the skillet then? Why wouldn't the skillet have to be 400 then?
Probably would if you want a crispy. But like if you liked your bacon crispy, you probably would have to go up to 400 to do it. I don't know. We have now reached the extent
beef
of my
bacon does
knowledge.
not cook the same as pork bacon. I'm telling you that right
No,
now,
it
especially from
doesn't.
what he's telling me.
It doesn't.
It does not cook the same.
No,
because you can't do that with pork bacon. You just can't.
because it would get crunchy and burnt.
It will burn. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, beef bacon will too if you put it in the oven at 600, but I wouldn't do that because that would be bacon abuse. Yeah, it's totally more forgiving. Can't wait for my Minion plushie. Well, awesome. Thanks for ordering. I'm glad you got one because a lot of people didn't because so many other people decided to buy them. Frying bacon is amazing. Got an air fryer and I'm convinced it's the best way to cook bacon. I totally like bacon like in a air fryer because like it's got the same cook consistency throughout the whole piece. Whereas like some parts are crispy, but then the part that has like the bubble like isn't as crispy. I don't know. Not sure how we got so into the whole bacon thing, but never go above 375. Great bacon debate of 2024. We got the people all about the bacon now.
Well, whoever said don't go above 375 is absolutely correct.
How are the dogs? They're good. Because they're living the dream. Thanks. What do you do to combat laziness?
Live off grid
Pretty much.
on a homestead with a bunch of animals that need us.
If you're lazy, then yeah, stuff doesn't get
Everybody-
done. Animals die. Like,
Yeah. Our laziness doesn't just affect us. That's the problem.
yeah, basically, yeah.
We could take turns being lazy. Be like, I'm lazy today. You take care of the animals.
We could do that. We could totally do that. Sooner or later, we probably will when one of us gets sick or something.
I'm not getting sick.
I was here by myself for 2 years, and sick or not, no matter what, like I went out
He had
and took
COVID
care of the
by
animals.
himself, taking care of these animals.
Yep. If I don't die on the way to the coop, then the animals get taken care of. If I do die on the way to the coop, well, I guess it's not my problem anymore. That's just how I go with it. Not if I don't make it there. I gotta at least open the door before I pass out and lay there for them to munch on. Gotta at least get the door open.
As would be fine.
Yeah, as would
For at
eat me in
least 2
about
days.
2 meals. Yeah.
Ooh, he's howling.
That means there's coyotes. Gotta be coyotes. Hey!
Nate's got his conversations figured out.
Yep. He only howls for coyotes. As far as I know, every time he's been howling, it's been coyotes.
He's totally howling right now, big time.
He is.
Get out of the cat food.
This in Roane County. Now the weather we got was terrible. It's a pond looking after that mega downpour. It's full. In the next day or two, you guys should get a video here on YouTube of the pond. But yeah, it was full. Minion changed anything since the arrival of Jen, Charlo, and Az? Not really. He got new friends essentially, so he interacts differently and stuff. But he's got his own relationship with every other person and animal. Darkwing is doing great. Should be on a Life's Good t-shirt. Cooking is really like that for me too. Arguing like an old married couple. Don't let frame tear you apart. We must be way delayed on some people's
Depends on when they're watching it. So with YouTube, you don't have to watch it.
No, you don't have to watch live. He's pretty active. He's right outside though. He hasn't gone anywhere. Whatever happened to Spunky the Duck? I haven't heard that name in a while. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. I think he ended up getting picked off by something. I didn't forget about him. I just haven't heard that name in forever. But yeah. Spunky was cool. Hey, do you have a P.O. box? You can go to natepetrowskiofficial.com and you will find a shipping address there. Should be linked on my main YouTube page here somewhere. Have the beard of a god. Thanks. Nate and Jen. Alright, guys. I want to go see what Az is barking about. Probably jump off of here. Been on here for a little over an hour, which is cool. It's been a long day. We've been busy. We did a lot of stuff. It's my background, Nate. I was a builder, contractor. I did renovation work mostly, though. It's weird how many casualties you have. We have 80 plus birds and regular dogs and no problems. Weird to me. Yeah, you probably don't live in the middle of nowhere like I do with coyotes, foxes, the hawks. Like, I really do live in the middle of the wilderness. Any tips for contractors? I'll be starting contracting work this summer. I'll have to do some videos on it. I'm actually going to end up hiring a contractor this summer to build my garage, at least do part of it. And I'll probably end up going over the reasons why I chose certain contractors and things that I did. And yeah, I'll try to get into some of that. But I want to collectively put my thoughts together. But yeah, don't be the lowest. Don't be the lowest bidder for sure. Hey, Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike. I love Counter-Strike. It was a fun game. Haven't played it in forever. You consider yourself country? I don't know. I live in the country. I don't really. That's about as far as I go with it. I don't like associate like. I don't know. I don't take my identity from living in the country. Like, I just live in the country, and that's as far as I go with it. Hey, I'm a 61-year-old disabled vet. It's getting dark on the western slope, Colorado. Love the videos. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you guys get daylight longer than I do. At least later. Always seems like it'd be cool. I'd love to live somewhere where like sunset later and then the sun didn't rise as early so I could sleep in. However, obviously there's not actually a difference. It just kind of sounds cool. Reality is you get adapted to wherever you live, and it's always too early to wake up, and yeah, bedtime's always too soon. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna jump off of here, and we will catch up with you guys next week. So have a good one. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for all the chats in general and the likes. I'll see you guys next time.